Grand rising to all of my kings and queens doing tremendous things. I am Altitude representing Building Neural Minds, the hip hop workshopping and renovating minds one rhyme at a time. A little bit of housekeeping before I get into today's video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Also hit the notification bell to be updated on the latest and greatest content that I have coming to the channel. Now with all of that out the way, I want to talk about today's topic: protecting your space. Protecting your space is essential and important to the fabric of who you are as a person and as a creator. A lot of us are creators, a lot of us are musicians, a lot of us are artists, and we have different means of getting our message out there effectively. As a creator, protecting your space is one of the most important things that you will ever do. A lot of people don't take into account of protecting their space because all they want to do is cut the camera on and record. All they want to do is cut the microphone on and record. All they want to do is sit down and write, or they want to knit, or they want to draw. Whatever their talents are, it's hard to focus on a business plan. It's hard to focus on creativity. It's hard to focus on coming up with that beautiful idea that you have in your brain and putting it to paper and executing it when you don't have a safe space to go to. When you come home from work, when you come home from your side hustles, when you come home from gigs, when you get home from doing whatever it is that you're doing out there in the world, it is important to have a space that you can come back to that is quiet. I cannot stress enough the importance of being in a space that is not influenced, of being in a space that is not an echo chamber. Sometimes we surround ourselves with people, things, and energies that do not serve us and are not effective in our purpose and our passion and our lifestyles. Do not allow certain people to cross over the threshold of your home. Do not allow certain energies to cross over the threshold of your home. This is supposed to be a safe, sanctified space where you can create, think, and do whatever it is that you want to do effectively and at a high level. And I always say that the worst crime you can commit is keeping knowledge a secret. So when you put yourself in front of the strike zone, when you turn on these cameras, when you turn on these microphones, when you put a product out there, when you put yourself on Front Street for the world to see, no matter how many or how few people are watching, you have a responsibility to deliver effectively. And when you're creating, you need to be in a space where you can do so effectively. When I cross the threshold of my home, the world stops. The noise is canceled. And I can do what it is that I do and love at a high level effectively. I can embrace my talents, embrace my passions, embrace my goals and desires and dreams. Get in a quiet space and ask yourself, what am I going to do with the talents and gifts that God has given me? Am I going to be a good steward of those things? Am I going to be a good steward of my finances, a good steward of my talents, a good steward of my time, a good steward of my space? What am I going to do with those things? Am I going to use them effectively to make sure that I am producing at a high level, or am I going to squander them and make sure that they go to the wayside? We all have a decision and a choice to make. And yesterday and yesteryear do not matter. The only thing that matters is you watching this video right now and listening to my voice and being able to decide for yourself what kind of creator you are going to be. And it starts with getting in a space like this. Quiet, peace, stability. You cannot create without a solid foundation under your feet. Because otherwise you're going to be going to and fro, up and down, high and low, all over the place, all over the world, trying to find a safe space. But the space that you're in, if it is not peaceful, if it is not soothing, if it is not a space of tranquility, get out of there. Whether you can do it today, tomorrow, or a year from now. Sometimes you can't create right away. Sometimes it takes a couple of years to dig yourself out of the pit of despair that you found yourself in. But it's not impossible to escape. It's not impossible to leave. It's not impossible to get in a position to where you can have clarity. But what must happen first is action. Not words, actions. Actions speak louder than words. 100% of the time. I can say I want to create. I can say I want to record music. I can say I want to make YouTube videos. But until we actually see you doing it and producing it, then it's all for nothing. The same thing with saying I love you. It's only words. But what are you doing? What are you showing me? What are you producing? These are the type of things we need to be asking ourselves and concerning ourselves with. And we will be able to have clarity and get in a position and in a space to where we can do whatever it is that we want to do accordingly. Creativity has no bounds. The gifts, the talents that you have no bounds. God, the Creator, the Father, who created all of this, who gave us the universe, who gave us the world, who gave us the talents we possess, have no bounds. In 2023 and beyond, going forward, the only shackles that you have are the ones that you place on yourself. Yes, there are hard times. Yes, there are trials and tribulations. But we all come from a space that was turbulent, that was truculent, that was disengaging. Everyone has a backstory. Everyone has traumas. Everyone has emotions. Everyone has things that they're holding on to that they need to be healed from. Baggage that they are dragging with them that they need to let go. But the one thing you cannot do is allow it to stop you from being who you were supposed to be. Protect your space. Fill it with love. Fill it with compassion. Fill it with things that will allow you to be the creator you want to be. There is no time for holding back. There is no time for not being in a space to where you can create effectively. There is no time to waste. The time is now to move forward in your purpose. The time is now to move forward in your passions, your goals, your dreams, your desires. We have to take care of our space. We have to put ourselves in a financial position to where we can breathe. Eliminate the consumer debt. Eliminate the student loans. Eliminate that job that may be costing you your peace. It may be time while you have a full-time job to find another full-time job. It may be time to focus on that business plan and focus on the creativity that you are trying to put out there so that you can make sure that you eat off of it full time. It may be time to turn those side hustles and those hobbies into vocation and full-time work. It may be time to cut back part-time so that you can put more effort and energy and time into your passions. Whatever it is that you have to do to be the best version of you that you can be, 2023 is that time to do so. Yesterday and yesteryear is gone. All we can do is look back at our mistakes and make sure that we never repeat them again. Move forward. Think clearly. Put yourself in a protected space where you have clarity. And never lose that space of protection again. Judgment has no place here. This space is going to be a community of love, peace, and content. That's all we are doing over here. We're going to ascend. We're going to rise. We're going to be able to breathe. Be calm. Be still. And protect the space that God has given you. And if you're not in a space that's protected, create it. It starts up here first. Because if you don't help yourself first, there's no way you will ever be in a position to do what God has ordained you to do. And that's be fruitful and multiply and help other people. Oh, you thought be fruitful and multiply just meant having a bunch of kids. No, being fruitful and multiplying also means spreading the message, spreading God's word. When you have money and you're able to be fruitful to other people, that you don't hoard it, that you allow yourself to help others and be effective and be a lifeline for others. To all my creators out there, to all of my ascenders out there, a protected space is necessary. Focusing on yourself is necessary. You will never be able to help anyone else if you do not put yourself first. We are not allowed to call ourselves kings and queens if we can't be the dominant factors in our households. If we can't be men, women, kings, queens, we cannot allow ourselves to be in a position of lack anymore. Once we know better, we do better, and we never retract from that again. Protect your space, protect your peace, protect your energy, and never allow yourself to go back to the person that you were. You have come too far to go back now. And us as a community on this channel, we will not allow each other to go back to who we were, because we're going to have accountability. We're going to have action, and we're going to have purpose moving forward from here on out. That's all I wanted to talk about on this episode of Soundcheck. Thank you guys for continuing to watch and rock with me. Make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and hit that notification bell to be updated on the latest and greatest content that I have coming to the channel. With that being said, I am Altitude, representing Building It Reminds, the Hip Hop Workshop, whenever it minds one rhyme at a time. And until the next video, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace and one love.